So as everybody knows, the Ashes of Creation business model is it's a monthly sub game with an optional cash shop, cosmetics only. In 2017, they did their Kickstarter. In 2017, they did their Kickstarter, and they legitimately believed that they would be able to release the game in 2 years. And there is no box price. And now the problem becomes, we have this monthly cosmetic pack. Now, the monthly cosmetic pack is very pricey. As Voodoo says, prices are a bit crazy. Absolutely. I am not disputing that your barrier to entry being 75, whatever it is, 150, 250, and 375, that is some serious money to drop down. Now, I think part of the problem is the monthly cosmetics, right, are locked behind the cash shop. Meaning you can't buy individual monthly cosmetics until you already own the right package. And I have a thing over at my website that breaks down how the cash shop works in a little bit more detail, because it's not really intuitive. Now, in 2017, you planned on doing monthly cosmetics. You didn't start doing them until December 2017. So you had some lag time. My question is, why doesn't Intrepid just embrace the fact that, number one, selling cosmetics every month does open the door for a discussion that you're not fully funded? Now, I'm not saying they are fully funded or they're not fully funded or they might be fully funded or whatever. I'm saying that when you have an aggressive monetization model, then that opens up the door for me to say, well, you originally said that you were going to invest up to $30 million. Then it became 35, then it became 40, then it became $45 million. So you said you're going to invest up to $45 million of your own money, but you originally said that you were going to have 100 staff members, and now you're going to have 150. Well, I'm a business guy. I'm a business person. I'm a project manager. Increasing my staff size by 50% means I increase my cost by over 50% for labor. With all that said, I want Intrepid Studios to have that Star Citizen level money. If you haven't seen Star Citizen, they've raised over $400 million. The truth is, I think Intrepid is scared to change their business model for fear that they're going to irritate people, they're going to alienate people. And that's completely ridiculous. Intrepid should change their business model because it's the right thing to do. So again, if Steven called me up and said, hey, bro, I need you to come out here and be the VP of GSD, I'd be like, okay, I'm here. First thing I want to do. Very first conversation I want to have. Before I have that conversation about guild fortresses, the very first conversation I want to have is the monetization model. Now, currently, who would they alienate, though? They would alienate all of the people who only bought a founder's pack because they wanted to buy a specific cosmetic. And in those people's minds, they would say, well, I bought a pack because I wanted these cosmetics, and now you're changing the business model. Here's what I would change the business model to, right? I would not change the 75, 150, 250, 375 packs. I wouldn't change those. What I would change is that I would say, starting in January of 2020, you no longer have to own a pack in order to buy individual cosmetics. Well, why? Well, why? Well, because if somebody wants to buy one individual cosmetic, they want to buy that particular amount. That's $25 in your pocket, right? That's $25 in your pocket. Maybe that person isn't keen on spending $75, or what to get the mount you have to spend $250. Maybe that person isn't keen on spending a $250 pack to get one thing, but maybe they're okay with spending $20. I think the mount is actually $20 individually. So okay, then why not open up the individual purchases to everybody? Your game is already 2 years late. Next month, you're 2 years late. So, okay, you're 2 years late. So change the business model. See, you don't have to buy the game on release. Why buy a pack when you don't have to and don't even know what you're buying? You're right. You don't have to. You don't have to buy a pack. So don't. If you don't want to alpha test, don't alpha test. If you don't want to beta test, don't beta test. I think that they keep the packages exactly how they are. Don't change the packages at all. The packages are fine. But I think that they should stop, number one, with the monthly cosmetics, right? I think they should stop with the monthly cosmetics. Number two, I think, oh, you just hit it. The fear of missing out skins are making it harder for me to keep to that. I agree. I think fear of missing out skins was an acceptable methodology when there was only going to be 23 monthly packs until you launched. I think the fact that they continue to use fear of missing out is horrible. If they changed the model, I'd go back and buy all the super cool skins I missed out before I even knew about the game. No, because I didn't say I didn't say you could do that. And they couldn't do that. They couldn't do that. Because for every person like you that goes back and buys super cool skins, they have to give a refund to everybody who says you're no longer keeping it exclusive. I want to remind people that the FTC violation for bait and switch is $43,000 per infraction. So Intrepid can't change their previous business model because then they would have a 43,000 times 6 times however many months of cosmetics they had. So I don't think that they can change the back business model. But I think Steven needs to sit down with somebody who can think outside the box and who can ask Steven the 5 whys and can say, if the product is fully funded, then why are we still doing monthly cosmetics? Well, we're doing them because we promised them. But why are we doing it when we're 2 years late? Because of an answer. But why is that? Because of an answer. I think the idea of monthly cosmetics is great, but make them more accessible. Make them more accessible. Why are you holding the monthly cosmetics? Why is your game based on an idea of having a low barrier to entry because you don't have a box price? You only have a monthly sub, and yet you sequester the individual purchases of cosmetics behind a $75 to $375 varying paywall. If the goal is to increase, appreciate that. If the goal is to increase the income so that you can hire more artists, so that you can have more stuff built, then why don't you make it so that you're actually making more money? Now, I know Steven once said that sales would definitely go up if they showed the 3D renders before they sold them. Well, then I'm going to challenge you on, then why would you not want sales to go up? See, the problem is when you listen to some of the reasons, you get all lost and confused. Steven has said, why don't they, yeah, agree, allow me to buy that mount skin or whatever for 20 pounds instead of buying the whole package. Exactly. They can do monthly plus singular packages. Yeah, sure. Why do you feel you need to sell the monthly packages before you let people buy individual purchases? And you want to know where my research for this shows that this works? Sam's Club. I no longer get a free membership to Sam's Club. I mean, I'm sure I probably get one because I'm a veteran. I've just never checked if veterans get a free one. I used to get a free subscription or a free membership to Sam's Club because I was a teacher. And then I got a free one because I was active duty. Well, Sam's Club, you have to realize enough savings on Sam's Club to justify the membership. For example, Amazon Prime. Why do I keep my Amazon Prime account? Because in free shipping from Amazon, I get 10 times. I get 10 times my Prime cost on just my shipping. Not to mention Amazon, not to mention Amazon Video, and then Prime Video, and then not to mention my free subscription to my own channel, right? So, oh no, I'm sorry. Not to mention I give Wolfus Moon my Prime Video, my Prime Gaming subscription. So she gets whatever that is a year. So I take that off the top because I'm like, okay, well, yes, it's costing me X, but I'm giving away Y of Bezos's money. Also, as a friendly reminder, if you do have Amazon Prime, you do have Twitch Prime, make sure you're giving it to somebody. Give it to me or give it to somebody. Don't let your free Prime go to waste. Now, with all that said, I think Steven needs to have a sit down with somebody outside of his company. And then I honestly think that Steven needs to do what EVE Online does and have the Council of Interstellar Management. And Steven needs to bring in a group of people that are going to, he needs to bring in a group of people that are going to give him the opposite side. See, I don't win or I don't lose by saying this stuff on my show. If I'm pissing off Intrepid, then that means I'm talking about stuff that you should be talking about. If you're mad that a commentator is saying stuff that makes sense, you need to look at what that person's saying. I think your pre-launch business model sucks. And you're doing yourself a huge disservice, and you're actually making less money than you would be if you just opened up individual cosmetic sales to everybody. And then all the people that said, well, what about me? What about you? What about you? You bought X when the rules were Y. Now the rules are Z and you got to buy A. You say, I agree with you, but I really dislike fear of missing out tactics and puts red flags up in my head. Fear of missing out tactics shouldn't put red flags up in your head. And I'm going to tell you why, because in Marketing 101, sunk cost fallacy and fear of missing out are two of the single most common marketing techniques because they work. That they work. Everybody uses fear of missing out. I'm going to do this. I do this a couple of times a year. I want you to just hear, this is from the greatest, I'm going to pause the music. This is from the greatest comedian ever, George Carlin. May he rest in peace. This was his advertising lullaby. Quality, value, style, service, selection, convenience, economy, savings, performance, experience, hospitality. Low rates, friendly service, name brands, easy terms, affordable prices, money back guarantee, free installation, free admission, free appraisal, free alterations, free delivery, free estimates, free home trial, and free parking. No cash, no problem, no kidding, no fuss, no muss, no risk, no obligation, no red tape, no down payment, no entry fee, no hidden charges, no purchase necessary, no one will call on you, no payments or interest till September. Limited time only though, so act now, order today, send no money, offer good while supplies last, 2 to a customer, each item sold separately, batteries not included, mileage may vary, all sales are final, allow 6 weeks for delivery, some items not available, some assembly required, some restrictions may apply. So come on in for a free demonstration and a free consultation. With our friendly professional staff, our experienced and knowledgeable sales representatives will help you make a selection that's just right for you and just right for your budget. And don't forget to pick up your free gift, a classic deluxe custom designer, luxury prestige, high quality, premium select, gourmet pocket pencil sharpener. Yours for the asking, no purchase necessary. It's our way of saying thank you. And if you act now, we'll include extra added free complimentary bonus gift at no cost to you, a classic deluxe custom designer, luxury prestige, high quality, premium select, gourmet combination key ring, magnifying glass, and garden hose. And a genuine imitation leather style carrying case with authentic vinyl trim. Yours for the asking, no purchase necessary. It's our way of saying thank you. Actually, it's our way of saying bend over just a little bit farther so we can stick this big advertising dick up your ass a little bit deeper, and a little bit deeper, you miserable, no good, dumbass fucking consumer. Everything in advertising breaks down to those keywords. I'm wrapping my head around what you're saying, but could you elaborate how, if this will boost confidence in Intrepid? Karthos, it would boost confidence in Intrepid because if you're fully funded, then why are you continuing to hawk expensive founders packs with a fear of missing out cosmetic set with a $75 minimum barrier to entry to buy the first cosmetic and a $375 barrier to entry to buy these other cosmetics? If you say these cosmetics are helping to shape the world and the purpose of these cosmetics is to offset development cost so that Steven can bring on a bigger staff, because remember, the staff was originally going to be 100 people, now it's going to be 150. Absolutely. If I look at the monthly cosmetic sales for the last 3 years, and I see that those monthly cosmetic sales are always high enough that would allow me to bring on another person, another staff member, and that staff member I bring on can now do the majority of the work on the cosmetics and do more stuff, then that's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win all the way around. The problem is, to me, it looks like Intrepid is selling all these cosmetic packs at such a high price because there's a funding issue. Now, I know there's not a funding issue. I know that. But I don't just represent me. I represent all the opinions people bring, and I get that fear of missing out marketing thing a lot. So first of all, I always make sure to stress everybody uses fear of missing out, right? But I also, I can't deny they are using a fear of missing out marketing technique. I mean, yes, everybody does it, but you are using it. I was looking at like a person who already bought in, but I needed to see it from the perspective of someone who's not. Yes, exactly. The thing is you have to look at it from a person who's not a customer yet. Now, are you going to alienate some of your 60,000 backers who are going to be mad and they're going to say, well, I only bought the $375 pack because I wanted to be able to buy the individual cosmetics. And to those people, I'm going to say, and great, but you have alpha access and beta access and subscription time and whatever. Those people are now only going to be allowed to buy the individual cosmetic. And if the skins could be purchased individually, I think they would increase sales. 75 to 400 is a lot, but maybe 20 here and there is doable. Abso-fucking-lutely. 20 here and 10 here is doable. But you know what else you're going to do? You know what you are going to do is you are going to get people, now that you give them an option. Giving consumers more options is never bad. Once you give them the option to buy individual cosmetics, some of them are going to come to the conclusion, they're going to say, hold up, I could end up buying 5 or 6 individual cosmetics and be at $100 or $150, and I'm still not going to have access to alpha and beta. Maybe because Intrepid has changed their mind and model, I'm willing to now put down that money. Now, where Steven needs to stop saying the game isn't for everyone, no, the game isn't for everyone is the one thing he shouldn't. The one thing he shouldn't stop saying, because and I don't get this. I don't get why Intrepid is saying. I don't get why Intrepid is saying the game won't be for everybody, and yet Intrepid seems to be pandering to a very vocal minority about action combat. Yes, the $500 package came with all 6 of the monthly skins.
I say, Sprocket, we've reached the end of another video. Time to thank the sponsors. Yes, that will do, that will do. Shall we pop off for a spot of tea?